Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to the Webcast with Attitude LR4. And this is episode 215, Back to Basics. So, guys, if you saw the thumbnail, you'll know what that means. Back to basics, because we're finally going to be talking about Power Rangers being a part of Playmates Toys. And we got a lot of other stuff to cover. But before we do that, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-hosts. We've got Rick. We've got Ryan.
What's up?
All right, guys. Yep. So,
always gotta have a snack.
Yep. So the reason why I tell it like this is because I've been If you guys are familiar with warheads, well, this is a thing called toxic waste. It's basically like warheads. Have you ever had those, Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah. Which one do you prefer, warheads or toxic waste?
Warheads.
And I don't mean actual toxic waste, guys. I mean the candy. And Rick, I'm not even going to ask you.
I do not like them.
You do not like sour candy whatsoever.
Yep.
So, but anyway, so guys, as I said, I have as you know, I have a job now. So,
Woohoo! About time.
Trust me, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Finally, some company that says that it's hiring actually hired somebody instead of just had the job position posted for a tax break. No, that's actually why every company says that they're hiring, but they don't actually hire anybody. Is because by having positions open, they get tax breaks. You know, one of those loopholes that has been in effect since the 1970s.
So, Rick, were you going to look for the 93 Power Morpher? Is that what you were doing?
I was seeing if I could find it.
Okay. Well, if you have the Lightning Collection Morpher, that's fine. That's right there. That's around.
I sent in the group chat if that helps.
Oh, a picture of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if Rick has it.
That'll be easier then.
I mean, I know he only has the Pink Ranger. Well, actually, you have the Master Morpher. So
yeah.
So I have these Lightning Collection, Pink and Master.
Yeah.
I have both of the I have the regular and the Green Ranger Bandai version.
Was that now? Did you got the Green Ranger Legacy one before, right? Is that what is?
Yes.
Those are the same. Okay.
These are.
I brought that up just in case.
Then
anyway,
I have one more.
The one that was signed by Jason Dave Frank. Yeah. You found it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you could
thought of where it could be, so.
Okay. So if you want to show those up during that topic, that'd be great. So anyway, guys, we got some stuff to talk about. We're going to be doing, our episode rates are 3 episode rates for the Super Sentai Zone. We're going to be discussing this new type of line coming from Super Sentai called the Deluxe Robo Universe. So you'll see that. And then we're going to actually have a look at the champion forms for Boom Boonger. And then after that, we will go into other stuff, and then we will finally be able to get into talking about Playmates toys for Power Rangers. I've been pushing it off because there's been so much stuff before that, and since we don't really have a look at Playmates toys yet, but we have kind of a sneak peek at something. It's not really anything, but But let's go ahead and get into our first topic, and that will be for the Super Sentai Zone. And we will be talking about where they left off after episode 26 that leads into episode 27, the least sweet option. Is that what it says? Did I spell that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So while Rick is doing something right now, Ryan, why don't you give your thoughts on this and your rate?
I thought it was interesting that you had 26 left off with a cliffhanger, sort of, and then this episode goes straight into that.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of seeing, is it Genba? Is that how you pronounce his name?
I think believes, yeah.
He
Imba!
goes in rage to where you see his true form, and majority of them are just like, I didn't know you were an alien. And then they asked Taya, because he's pretty much the connection to everybody, like, did you know about it? And he's like, I had my suspicions. And he's going after the new big bad guy, Disrace, because he's got history and they don't know what's going on. And they find out that Genba was the boss of Planet Burki, or
however it's pronounced.
And they're virtually like an Amazon planet, where they're importing, exporting, or they're a shipping planet. They ship products throughout the galaxy or whatever. And I guess this race took over that planet as they're working for them, and he was like, I got to get out of here. So that's how he came to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And so
he didn't like how it was being managed.
Pretty well, because it was his planet. He was in charge of it, and then they virtually were like, no, you work for us now. And he was like, well, this is bullshit. So he escaped, and towards the end of the episode, you have the typical, here's the bad guy of the day, bad guy of the week. They fight him off, and the only difference is Genba kind of steps back a little bit to kind of appreciate his friends that he has now. And at the end of the episode, he virtually decides to leave the group, because he was like, I'm doing this out of revenge. I want him and him alone. I don't want you to drag you guys into this stuff. And so he tries to give back the morpher, and Ty was like, you keep it. You keep it and stuff. So I thought it was really good to kind of give more of like a more serious tone to the series so far. I mean, I know we probably have serious moments, but this is probably where it starts to get really serious.
Yeah.
And you're starting to get more backstory to other characters and stuff. So I will give it a 10.
Okay. All right. Rick, what about you, man?
I mean, it definitely is a 10. Sorry, I'm splitting my focus here. But yes,
that's fine.
The fact that we get Disgrace appearing for the first time, setting up this arc with that, yes. No, I think it's next episode. But yeah, this one's a 10.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed. I mean, this was definitely a 10 for me too. I mean, I think it's interesting that, finding out backstory for Boone Orange, and finding out that he's not actually human, and the only way he can actually stay in human form is if he has something sweet. That's the only way he can control it.
That explains all the lollipops and everything.
Yeah, that's why he always. Yeah. So I'll give it a 10. This was a good episode. Now the next episode was shaking off the light. Now, I can't remember this episode. Can somebody remind me about this episode? Because Ryan, you can actually remind me a little bit because you were watching this. Because I forgot.
Mira and Joe are conflicted that, they want to bring Genba back because it's like, they were a team. And he's like, I got to do this on my own. And they want to help him out. And he's like, no. And they keep trying to bring him back. Everyone's Taquito or Boone Purple's trying to do the same thing, but kind of laid back about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been getting news about a mysterious, dog sound, I guess you want to call it that, or however they pronounce it. And
Badiga, or something.
Yeah. This race, I guess, kind of, he has a plan set up, and they go and find out that the missing dog is actually former Commander Mad Rex's dog. Mm-hmm. So they bring him back to their hideout, and I guess he does some type of ritual or something, and he brings back Commander Rex.
Mm-hmm.
But this time he's pretty much not, his mind's sort of been swiped a little bit. Mm-hmm. And now he's under the control of this race, and this race is like, just go and annihilate them. And he shows up, and they're all flipping out because Purple knows about him, but doesn't know that the rest of them have faced him before. And they're like, we thought you were dead. And he's like, I don't know who you are. And so Red's like, you leave him to me, you go fight the other guy. And they're all because, their typical teamwork stuff. Genba's supposed to be there, and he's not there anymore. So Joe is kind of conflicted. He was like, I got to do this. I got to take his spot, or, I can't be him, but I got to kind of put myself in that position as well. And they end up, usual, they eventually beat the bad guy, and Rex leaves because this race brings him or calls him back and stuff, and everything's like, what the hell's going on?
So what do you give this episode?
I'll give it about a 9.5.
Okay. Rick, what about you, man?
I mean, it's definitely a 10. This is Mad Rex coming back is what I was saying. Yeah, that's the next episode. Mm-hmm. I do like the fact they brought him back. Slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Currently in public.
The dog is actually on his hand now.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah,
definitely a 10.
I give this a 10 too. I mean, I think it's interesting when they bring back a villain, but he's basically a mindless drone.
Yep.
He's doing whatever is told for him to do. He's not in control of what he does.
Yeah.
He does not remember He does not remember Boone Red. He does not remember any of the Boon Boongers. He just knows that he's got to eliminate them. So I give it a 10 as well. Very well done. Let's see. Oh, now this is another one, Ryan. I'm going to give this back to you again, man. What did you think of this episode, Ryan? And what would you like to say about it?
I forgot to mention one thing at the end of last episode.
Oh, sorry.
Last episode at the very end, Boone Blue is in a car garage or whatever, going to a mysterious SUV, saying that they need his help for something. And at the beginning of this episode, you see that he's got like a little drone, and he's like doing like spy stuff, espionage or whatever. And
007.
Yep.
This one's more of like the backstory of how him and Taya meet, and then come to find out, the company that he was working for is the ISA, because they're wanting to kind of get Boom, because they were there when he fell from the sky. So
okay.
they set that up. So then in this episode, Blue is, I guess, trying to infiltrate a mansion. Well, Purple and Bune D show up. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he was like, you know, his thing. And then he virtually tells them that you're going to be bait to kind of distract these people so I can infiltrate this mansion. So he.
So I'm going to stop you right there because I want Rick to mention who owns this mansion. But what do you give this episode, Ryan?
I'll give it a 10.
All right. Now, Rick, continuing off. Who?
So, this is another callback to the first episode. Like the opening scene. The owner of the mansion is the father of the guy that was trying to force Pink to marry him. Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that
Daddy!
yes.
Oh, boy.
Then when Blue's in there, searching around, doing his spy thing, doing his I'm gonna steal something from you thing. Good thing Black didn't show up at that point. Cop. But so the thing that he's actually there to steal turns out to be one of the keys. And so the ending of the episode shows the ISA was collecting these keys so that they could have the ultimate power, because they think that the villains are going to win. Auto monsters,
Yep.
Auto monsters or whatever. So yeah, so now they have all the keys.
So what would you say? What would you give this one?
This one's going to be a 10.
Yeah, I gotta say. So I mean, what way I see it is, it seems like maybe they're working with these villains in a way, even though some of them still have their own agenda, which I think is awesome.
I believe represent power and position.
Right. But like I said, I like this because of backstory again. This was a good one, and bringing back kind of paying back, continuing off of episode 1 of the characters. So yeah, that was really good of how they did that. So I'm gonna give it a 10 as well. I mean, this was this series has been very interesting. This series has been very interesting. Little twists and turns. I mean, yeah, they've been having 3 episodes here and there, but it's still fun. So yeah. So 3 10s for this one. There were 2 10s for the last one because Ryan, you gave it a 9.5, and then 3 10s for the other 3. So the other one. So yeah. Keep it up, Boom Boonger. You're really impressing us here.
The source footage is always better. Sorry, Power Rangers.
When you only have certain amount of episodes you're allowed to do and certain stories.
That's because they can't just do 50 episodes like Sentai.
They could, but they just don't want to spend the money. A lot of places don't want to put on too much money, or do not. They can only do. I guess they can only come up with so much stories, but who knows? So
no, because our network TVs don't like having seasons that last all year unless it's a soap opera or a news program.
So now like I said, there is a new type of thing coming out of Super Sentai called the DX Robo Universe. So this is kind of like a mini plot, but totally completely different. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you a video, and it'll explain all that. And then once we get after the done with the
I think
video,
you're describing it wrong, but we'll see.
but here we go.
君と共に未来へユニバース DX ロボユニバース DX ロボユニバース DX ロボ
デラックスロボユニバースエンジン戦隊ゴーオンジャースピードルレアール V バスオンエンジン合体エンジン王列車戦隊特急ジャーレッド列車ブルー列車グリーン列車イエロー列車ピンク列車列車合体特急王さらにパーツを組み替えてオリジナル合体も
集う仲間と共にいざさらなる高みへユニバース
シリーズ続々デラックスロボユニバース
DX ロボユニバース DX ロボユニバース DX ロボユニバース溢れてくる
スーパー戦隊おもちゃウェブをチェック
ユニバース
Yeah, you described it wrong. It's not like mini plot.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
It's like Zord Builder.
Yep, that's what I should have. Yeah. And guys, these are available for pre-order. Like it said on there, one of them is going to be released. Let's see, one sec. Some of them are going to be released. Let's see, let me go to.
Is it one or all three?
Two of well, actually, yeah. Okay, so two of them are going to be released this month, which Engino will be released this month, the 18th, which that's what it said on there, and Tokyo will also be released on the 18th of this month, and then we've got Gokaio, which will be released later in December of this year, I think it was the 28th, I believe.
Yep.
So, but they are available for pre-order right now on Tokyo Lectables. So they're going to be $60 each, with a deposit of $30, and then you only have to pay like the rest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean these are pretty interesting. I mean, so Rick, go ahead.
So if you're able to pay the full amount, I recommend it because exchange rates change all the time, costs change. If you pay the full amount now, it's that $60. If you pay the deposit, it could be a little bit more, plus you're paying shipping. Whereas if you pay full amount, you get free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you said Ingeno and Tokyo are coming out this month, right?
Yeah, because that's what it said in the video. It said like around the 18th.
You realize both of those have had appearances so far in Boom Boonja.
Yep. So that's kind of, maybe there's a hint at something.
Gokaio coming out, what, December?
Mm-hmm.
We might be getting a member of Gokaiger coming back.
Yep.
I don't
that's
know.
That's
I'm
just a theory.
speculating based on the fact that the two that are currently coming out. Like,
yeah, it does seem like it kind of seems you know,
again,
suspicious. Yeah.
You never know. I love these. I wish I could afford them. I wish I had space. Because I would be all over them.
Yeah.
Ooh. I can
tell. Let's put it this way. Rick and I are planning to go to Ranger Stop and PopCon next year, and if Tokyo Collectibles are there, Rick will probably be getting those.
Probably not solely due to space. Unless I win the lottery and I can afford a mansion.
I don't know, man. You probably would probably hold off and put it to the side somewhere until you find the room. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even
Ryan.
know.
Yeah, Ryan. What do you think of these, man?
They're not too bad. They're probably a little more durable than the mini claws, and less work to deal with. So
Yeah. But yeah, so guys, if you're interested in pre-ordering this, the direct link is in the description as usual. I do think I put them on the in stock area. Yep. So yeah, I'll be right there. So if you guys want it, definitely don't miss out on your chance to get this. So
did you guys ever have Did you ever have the Megazord play set back in the '90s where it was just the Megazord, the 2 feet could come off, but there was very like all they did was the heads move up and like it had like the buttons on the arms to do like a punch.
Oh, are you talking about the
Dino Megazord with that?
Yes.
Yeah, the Megazord from Mighty Morphin. Yeah.
These new figures or whatever should have been what we got back in the '90s like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got a generic kind of transformation kind of thing, but you still get a Megazord that you could take apart and have each individual Zord.
Yeah, because I remember that. I used to have that. I used to have that.
I did.
One.
That was the first Megazord I ever got.
That was just like the only things that came off were the the saber-toothed tiger and the freaking
Triceratops. Yes,
the Triceratops had wheels.
Yes. Well, it was more like it's wheels.
No, this is what we should have got for Zord Builder.
Yes, definitely.
Bandai has learned.
They would have sold out the ass with these for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. But I will tell you right now, these are also made by Bandai.
So there you go. But like I said, guys, if you're interested in getting these, I definitely would suggest go to the there's a direct link in the description below. Guys, pre-order it. Don't miss out on your chance to because once they close off the pre-orders, it doesn't know if they'll get them back in stock.
Right.
But
although I have to admit, the one thing that concerns me a little bit is Ingeno seems to be lacking a little bit in the stomach area. Looks like their RV kind of lost a little bit of width, if you know.
I mean, I get that because it's just you can only because you have to you're using this mechanism to combine them, so that makes perfect sense.
They could have made her a little bit bigger because if you noticed, it's the frame, so they could have stuck her in slightly bigger because the wheels that could have been the issue, fitting it onto her wheels.
Yeah, so we don't know what the concept and the design was and how it worked, but
I mean, it still looks good.
Yeah, definitely. So now, guys,
feels like a little body shaming on Ingeno there.
Now, guys, we have a look at the champion forms for Boom Boongers. And there it is. I'll be showing the individual photos here in a bit. Oh my God, man. I mean, it's a basic look. Just like the look for Super Samurai from the Super from it's just, but there's gonna be a good reason for this design, and they'll show in an episode of how they use this new form. Mm-hmm. So let's get a look at the individual ones, okay? So right here you've got Champion Boon Red. Now on the bottom, that is the changer that attaches to the regular changers. So not all of them will get that changer. They will have to use it individually. in order to access the change for it. So, and but yeah, I mean,
that connects just like the other vehicles to the morpher.
yeah, except it has more of a purpose besides just summoning it access. So, and then here's a look at Champion Boone Orange and Boone Black. Pretty cool. I mean, I like the design of the jackets. I'll give them that. I just think it's kind of funny of how they did how when these two put the jacket on, that's no longer there. I mean, it's like, do they go like this? You know, like, well, this is gonna be in the way. There we go, perfect fit.
The makeup artists and costume designers probably did.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to need that anymore.
Hold.
Maybe that's where the jacket comes from. They press a button, just
Yeah, but only Orange and Black had that.
yeah.
But like
So
I
where's
said,
the jacket for the others come from?
Good question.
there is gonna be an explanation for all this in one of the episodes, which is
we're gonna get that I think next week.
Well, actually, there was
or the week after.
I think there was something a little hint at this week's episode.
Yes, this week hinted it, but I think either next episode or the episode after that's when we're actually going to get it.
No, it is. Yeah, you're right. The first time it is the episode after the episode that happened this week.
Yeah.
So, and here is a look at. I think it's interesting they decided not to give a skirt for Pink. I still don't understand. It's interesting, but you know what?
It's because it's a racing suit.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, like I said, the designs look great. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see now. Let's get a look at Boomjer Robo Champion. Now that is a cool look. I don't know if it's an ultimate form because I still say the full throttle edition is more the ultimate form than this. This is probably another, like, you know, a mega ultra form. I don't know. But yeah, it looks awesome. I do like the design. But before we move on to the next bit of this, Rick, what do you think of the look of the champion and the Robo champion?
I can't wait to get this. This little guy is going to need his power up.
Yep. And he also wants the jacket. Hopefully they come in our size.
I would love to get one of those jackets. Winter's coming.
So, Ryan, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I'm with Rick on that, but I'm kind of torn right now between that set and the Bull Taurus set.
Yeah, because it's, you know.
Yeah.
I did work extra yesterday, so that might be enough to get both or one or the other.
Yep. Here's hoping for you, man. So, and here's a look at the vehicle mode it is in. And, oh, look at this. We were just discussing this in the poster with the return, and we were just discussing, and Rick was discussing this early when we were talking about the Deluxe Robo Universe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This week's episode, they brought back Tokyo Ichigo, and I haven't watched the episode yet, but I do look forward to watching it. And it's cool that they're bringing back like different Sentais that are not from previous seasons.
The direct previous season.
Yeah, exactly. Like
These
like
are from previous seasons.
well, I meant like not
I
from
know,
like
that's
last
what I
year's
was-
season, but like previous season series like that came out. And this came out in 2014. Tokyuger did. So yeah, I think that's awesome how Sentai's been doing that, and so yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, but we will be discussing that in our three part episode of LR4, talking about the lead up to this team up. But yeah, I mean, Tokyo Boom Boonger still been doing very well, and I'm very excited to see more of it, and also hopefully we'll see the new who the big bad is. So we'll find out eventually. So next up, we are going to be talking about uh, Diamond Select Toys, and that is like statues they've done. So here's the one here's the Red Ranger. So I did put direct links for. You can either have your choice of going to. It's under the name that it's listed on the website. So the Red Deluxe Gallery Diorama. I have the links for Diamond Select Toys and Tokulectables. So I'm not going to tell you the prices. Just go to those direct links, and you guys can get this. Basically, this is kind of like the design, kind of like what they did with the Green Ranger. I think that was when they had them for Matt, and kind of like the. So, but yeah. Again, I don't know how big these statues are, but I give them props for continuing doing this. Because I think they were originally going to do this before Hasbro took over. Because they had this plan to release these type of statues and everything, and then it took them a bit because they were in the process of, I guess, moving on to Hasbro. But yeah, I'm glad that we're still doing this. Also, now this one, the White Ranger bus, is only available on Diamond Select Toys website. So that's the only link that I have under there for that. So if you guys want to order it, go there. Now this is another one that's really cool. The Death Ranger. So I have two links for that. I have it under for Tokulectables and Diamond Select Toys. Now I'm not going to really go into detail how much it costs because I don't want to overdo it on this topic. Guys, you just have to go to those links and see if they're affordable and in your price range. But I'm going to go to Rick. Rick, what do you think of Diamond Select Toys and how they do these collectibles?
I will say the Red Ranger statue is probably the better looking of the two figure statues. I mean, the Tyrannosaurus just coming out like that in the background. Oh, yeah. Death Ranger's all right.
Yeah.
But White Ranger bus is, well, it's a bus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't give a good look at it. You have to click on it. You'll see a little bit more if you look at it.
No, I'm actually referring to the fact that it's a bust. I'm not a fan of those types of statues.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ryan, what do you think of these, man?
Yeah, they seem pretty cool. I'm just I'm kind of confused on. I mean, granted, it's a standstill. What direction is Red Ranger going? Because is he going with a dive kick? Is he going backwards like a dramatic jump back while he's shooting? I'm confused.
Pull it
But
back.
I mean, they look pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. Not for the price. I couldn't, fathom the price of getting these because it's just, they're very, especially, when it comes to these type of things, they're supposed to be like very premium stuff. And it's like,
I'm not a premium person.
yeah, it just wait. It costs too much. But for those that have the money for it, direct links in the description below this. Direct links in the description below. Choose which site you want to purchase it from. You got options. So if that helps you guys out, great. I try to figure out as many to select and all that. Let's see. So give me 1 sec. So now, since we've been waiting for quite some time to actually talk about this, I gave a little bit of a look at the logo in one of our episodes for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from Playmates. And this comes directly from San Diego Comic-Con during the Playmates panel. And they're going to be releasing these in fall of 2025. So also the news comes that we will get a look at these in March of 2025 at the New York Toy Fair. So whether if it's going to be a concept art of the toys or if it's actually going to be legit prototypes at said toy fair. So we'll have to wait and see what comes of that. Now, the logo is still the basic design of what Mighty Morphin was back then. But the lightning bolt's a little bit lower, and but I mean, I like the logo. It's not bad. And Rick, what do you think of the logo compared to what we've had in the past?
In a way, it feels like it's a callback to both Mighty Morphin logos.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
Because you got the original style, but the writing in it almost feels more like the Disney remake.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm not. It's not exact, but it has that feel.
Yeah, Ryan, what do you think, man?
Mighty Morphin part.
I definitely could see what Rick's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have like that, like with the intro from the '93 series. It kind of seems like they like took a picture of it and paused it right as the Thunderbolt comes down, and that's where they got the idea from. But I mean, I definitely see where Rick's coming from with it.
Yeah. Oh. Thanks. I'll just put this back. I'll just put this in the refrigerator after I'm probably not gonna drink anymore. Anyway, so yeah, now so I discussed this privately between me, Rick, and Ryan and Kim. Now, with Playmates releasing toys, my opinion is like I said this before, they could still do the Lightning Collection.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest question is, though, it's like, you could still use the title Lightning Collection, but that's up to Hasbro if they give them the right to do that. Or if Playmates wants to do their own thing in collections and start from scratch. I would hope Playmates would just continue it. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. That's just way in the future of what's going to happen. I'm not saying, and there's so many options, that way either you're not trying to start over and run into the same mistake that they ran into like when Bandai did the Legacy Collection, and especially with the weapons, they could still finish off the Power Blaster by finding a way to connect it. Look at the designs from the Lightning Collection of the Power Sword, Power Daggers, and the Power Lance, and figure out how those can be interpreted within their version of the Lightning Collection for the Power Bow and the Power Axe. That's just my thought. I thought I'd throw that out there. And also, I wanted to discuss this. With Playmates doing Power Rangers, we know Power Rangers has always been, with action figures and, Playmates very rarely does role-playing items. Very rarely. Very, very rarely. Unless if it comes to Ninja Turtles, that's a different story.
Well, they also have a habit of not doing premium style collection either.
Exactly.
Which would be Lightning Collection.
Exactly. So that's why I'm hoping
that they changed their ways.
Well, hopefully we could get something like that because I think it would be a big seller. And if they would continue the Lightning Collection where Hasbro left off on it, that would be perfect. But like I said, now this is where I'm going to get with this. Rick, if you would, pull up the 1993 Power Morpher. So, hold on a sec. Yeah, that's what we got in 1993. And here, we got the Legacy Power Morpher. Right here. And then we got the Green Ranger one. And then Hasbro, with the two morphers we got, he only has the Pink Ranger edition, so here you go. Yep, and then the Master Morpher.
Yeah. They also gave us an original style and a Yellow Ranger edition, but I never got those. Because GameStop didn't have Yellow Ranger on discount.
So here's the biggest question. Will they be releasing a Power Morpher with this? And
I will tell you right now that these aren't the only versions of the Power Morpher released. There is one other. It was released by Bandai in 2010. However, a lot of people didn't buy it because you remember those little figurines that you would pull together and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So not only did they have the thing designed like the Morpher, but their version of Titanus that wasn't the Legacy line, it was the regular that connected with the little plastic Megazord that they released, also did it on the back.
Yeah. And Ryan, you had that you had the Dino Megazord for the 2010, didn't you?
I have I did. I had that, just that, yeah.
And then they decided
Titanus.
And that's when they decided to re-release it as Legacy, but put diecast to it.
Yeah.
So,
and the Titanus is almost identical to the Titanus that they had released as well, except they got rid of that mix and match mechanic that was attached to its back.
Right.
Which means the Dragon Zord that we got in Legacy Collection was most likely originally designed during that time frame, and there might be a prototype plastic version somewhere.
More than likely, yeah.
The bowels of Bandai.
Bandai, yeah. That's more than likely or concept of it, basically. Yes. And that brings me to, well, as Rick was talking about, yeah, we did technically get a Morpher, but it didn't look anything like this.
Exactly.
All it was a like big thing.
It opened up. You put the little pieces for mix and match.
And what power coin did it come with?
Was it a Tyrannosaurus?
It was not. Rick, look at the Master Morpher.
Oh, okay.
It came with the. So basically, what it was, yeah.
Was it the actual dragon coin, or was it the 90s Godzilla-looking coin?
No, it was the actual design from the show, not the Godzilla. Blah 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 design. Let's see if I can find a picture of this morphin. They call it a morphin base, I think. No, they didn't really give it. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Yep. Mini. Let's see. New photo. Found it. I found it. So I'm going to bring this up here. And, God. And it was so.
And I just realized there's one other morpher.
Give me one sec. Hold on.
Which I actually had the picture on this picture as well.
Yeah, give me one sec. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna get rid of this. Give me one sec, and then I'm gonna pull up a look. All right, go ahead.
So there's that. That's the morphing base.
Yep.
And the one, the McDonald's Happy Meal one.
Yeah.
That had the 3 coins that were back and forth. So it had all 6 coins, but you had to decide which one you wanted and flip it.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a. I mean, that's a good look at it. But I want to give you a look at the packaging and everything. So
that's the internal.
Yeah. Give me one sec. Let me.
Yeah.
Do this. Yeah. Let's go ahead. I'm going to stop screen share, and now I'm going to screen share again. I'm going to do it this way. So, yeah, that's basically what we got in 2010.
Yes.
And here's the thing. There was a clip where you could put it on your belt on this, I believe. But this was such a weird thing.
Yep.
Let's be honest. During this time, they were releasing and they wanted to have toys to represent their reversioning.
Yes.
And also,
you're right. There is a clip to have it on the belt.
Yep.
That's the back of the box.
Yeah, let me pull. Hold on. Let me pull your. Yeah, give me 1 second. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So when you put it in there, it opens to the side. So basically, it would be like this. Let me go back to me real quick and do this.
Yeah.
Go to me for a sec. It would basically look something like this. I mean, now Ryan, I gotta ask, man. We're going back a little bit into this, but I just want to bring this up. What do you think of Bandai after the fact? They decided to release toys for Mighty Morphin to represent their Mighty Morphin series.
Ooh.
And let's not forget, Rick, if you can, find the Dragon Dagger.
They had another version that came with more Rangers and Zords.
Oh, God. Rick, if you could do me a favor, try to look up the Dragon Dagger for 2010.
Okay.
My God. And Ryan, I think you know what Dragon Dagger I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. But as Rick's doing that, my point is, it's like Power Rangers, yes, toys, and not just action figures. role-playing items, Zords. Yep. Oh, and what's better about that one is it had a little bit of a feature to it. The first off, no buttons. The hilt was a lot shorter, very short,
Yes.
and it included a lightsaber at the end of it.
Yes.
It would make more sense if it was in the show, but it wasn't. They didn't even include that in that episode, in that series. They didn't even add that little effect to it. Not that I remember. But that is really ridiculous. So, Playmates, you taking over for the toys of Power Rangers.
Don't make that mistake.
Please.
But
hopefully you guys
you want to know how much what people are trying to get for that one now?
Oh God, how much?
$200. So if you have one, undercut them, sell for $190.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you right now. Originally, I was considering getting that because I never had the actual Dragon Dagger, and that was as close as I was going to get to having a Dragon Dagger. But yeah, so the Playmates. Thank you for taking on the toy global distribution.
Here's another, because they apparently re-released it in different packaging.
Oh no, that was just another version. It was a smaller, tinier version. And they even had a Blade Blaster that was that size. It was just...
Oh, okay, yeah, because it does say on the back, look for the Deluxe Dragon Dagger, which has the... so the one with the lightsaber is the Deluxe.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Rick, what are you hoping for Playmates? You know, and hope to see at the toy fair, and hopefully, what do you want to see them show at the toy fair?
I mean, that's a hard thing because, I mean, yes, part of me would love to see them continue Lightning Collection. Mm-hmm. Or have a premium collection that is compatible with Lightning Collection.
Yeah.
Different name. So Lightning Collection not being called Lightning Collection. Yeah.
The Morphin Verse or something.
Yeah. I think we're pretty much burnt out on Morphers. We don't really need another one.
Yeah.
Decent figures.
It is a tough one
because we've got Mighty Morphin is so saturated, but at the same time, there's still a lot that can be done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got the Zords. Now, one thing that they could do, like to really kick off like their deluxe line, if they decide to do a deluxe figure line or Zord line, is one Zord that we haven't gotten since 94.
Tor.
Oh, I guess we haven't got him either.
Oh, he was probably thinking the Thunder Megazord.
No.
No, you were thinking the Shogun Zord.
No.
Shogun Megazord. What? Okay. No more.
Serpentera.
Yes. Oh my God.
That would be good.
That'd be good, but I could just imagine how much that would be.
That would depending on the scale that they use.
And the design, yeah.
Now,
that's true.
And the material that they used. It could be as cheap as $30, $40. It could be as expensive as $150. It could be higher than that. I would hope it'd be closer to the $30 range. But again, that would also quality.
Right, exactly. So But let me go ahead, and I want to move on to Ryan. Ryan, what do you want? What would you want to see them unveil at next year's toy fair in March for Power Rangers?
I honestly could not tell you.
Okay.
You're going to get Mighty Morphin. It's going to happen because
Yes.
that's just a flagship. That's just how it's going to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I
They
can't-
announced that they're going to get new Mighty
I
Morphin
would-
Power Ranger figures.
Going back to how you were saying, like being like if they made a new like version of Lightning Collection with it being or their own version or being compatible with it, I'd like them to do the you also probably said the Power Blaster. I want to see them finish it off.
And I mean, granted, like I said, I mean, as long as it's compatible with the Lightning Collection,
Yes.
great. And even if it's going to call something else, continue where they left off with Lightning Collection instead of. I mean, I still would rather them call it Lightning Collection because it will still go good with it. But that's just my opinion on that. That's just my thought. I just think that instead of stopping and putting us through what we've been put through so many times, and as we know, as the only thing is that they already had the Wave 15 already built and ready to go, and there was no way of just scrapping it. And then, they gave us what they gave us to then put it on the back and then say, okay, so we don't have anything else. We had this originally planned, but right now we have these ready to go. We're going to release them. So
Playmates does a lot of play sets.
yeah, exactly. Command Center.
A command center.
And then freaking Rita's Palace or something. Or
Rita's Palace, the juice bar.
The juice bar. The juice bar. That would be great. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off like that, Rick, but you.
Oh, no. You're good. They also have done
I mean, Playmates did a lot of stuff for,
with Star
and they're also
Trek.
known for doing a lot of with Ninja Turtles, different variant figures.
Yeah.
God, that's what kind of worries me. It works for the Turtles because you don't really have many options, but with Power Rangers, you have more options.
However, some of the Playmates Turtles, their weapons come in the same cutout thing as model kits.
Yeah, and I hope they don't do something like that but like I said, we'll see what happens.
Good, dude. Mini Pla.
Oh my god! So anyway,
But
now,
instead of Mini Pla, call it Mini Play because of their name.
so
I'd really hate for them to call it Mini Mates.
God.
Rick, they're listening to you right now, probably.
I know. I hope because then they'll do it.
Yeah.
Or if it's the government, well, I won't be here next week.
So, Rick, it is now your time to shine.
Oh, fudge.
You forgot about that, didn't you? We did have a topic for you.
I knew I should have just not got on. I should have gone to bed.
Yeah, just don't overdo it. Just don't over talk about it. So that way,
All right.
okay.
Is it
It's the December one.
December? Okay. Give me a moment here to get this working.
I also said that there is a one to talk about that there's an issue coming out this month. So,
Oh.
okay.
All right, I'll find it.
It should be in the pen there. You'll be able to find it instantly.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready?
Sure.
And go.
All right. That's what I was hoping it would be. Cool.
Yep.
So,
Power Rangers Prime, issue number 2.
New Morphological Era continues in the second action-packed issue of Power Rangers Prime. Conflict emerges around a fugitive ranger, drawing another iconic team and setting up a world-colliding crossover that fans have been theorizing about for years. Meanwhile, a fan-favorite villain has uncovered the remains of a samuraiser, and the latent morphin energy could unleash a power unlike anything this universe has ever seen. So this will come out December 18th this year. It's going to be $4.99.
All right.
This cover is also going to have a foil print as 1 in 25
Okay.
without the title. It's going to have one per store variant also.
Okay.
Um,
So, are you ready for the next variant?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. It's time to go Zeo.
So the Zeo cover here is that we have is the primary, secondary cover. There is a textless version of it that will be a 1 in 15 variant.
Okay.
And tell me you have the next one. I'm hoping you have. Yes. So this cover is standard cover number 3, foil. This will be a foil cover.
And will they have a basic cover too for this, I bet? Or
This version here is the basic cover,
okay.
but it's going to be foil.
So that means, guys, it looks like they're going to start doing the whole Ranger individual covers again.
So the Red Ranger cover that looks like this for issue 1 is now also confirmed to be a foil cover.
That's awesome. All right, so you ready for the next variant?
Sure. Ooh.
I like this one. This is pretty cool.
Yes.
This is going to be an expensive one too.
It's the 1 in 50.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Kayla Valerio.
Is the one that did the art for this. It is beautiful. And
Yeah, it is.
comic book shop were to order 50 copies and get this in, I would probably break the bank to get it.
Okay. All right, now there is a one shot coming out this month, and Rick, what is that one shot going to be?
So the one shot. Where are you?
Okay, so on October 30th, we have Power Rangers Across the Morphing Grid, which I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before.
Yes, I just wanted to rehash this because it does
Yes.
come out this month.
It is a anthology. It does have stories written by David Jose, Walter Jones, Steve Cardenas, Matt Groom, Nikki Burries, JD Supton, and Megan Cameron.
However you pronounce her name.
Yeah. So this oversized issue will feature. Okay, so yeah, that's just artists.
So, but yeah,
Official stories have yet to be cataloged here.
okay.
However, do you have some of the variant covers?
Not on this one, but I
Okay.
thought we already showed the variant covers from previous, but
Oh,
I want people to get a chance to find those, and that way we can move on to the next topic. Yeah.
That
Good
is
enough.
going to be a foil cover.
Oh, there you go. All right. So we got a little sneak peek at one of the variants, guys. So if you
yes.
want to see more and more information about this, there is a direct link in the description. Go there. You can check out all the variants that are going to be coming out. That way we don't have to.
There is one other variant. Southern Comics Cartel Catahoula Comic Con 2024 variant.
Yeah. So yeah, these
If you attend that Comic Con, do
So,
your best
yeah.
with this variant.
let's see.
That is beautiful.
Nice. I didn't notice that. But like I said, guys, we don't want to show too much off. We want to give you guys a chance to do this. Ryan, so when do you want to start borrowing some of the comics from me, Ryan?
Soon. I mean, I can order probably the big, because they do sell like the anthology or so on Amazon.
Are you
But
talking about
I would,
the version or the volumes?
yeah.
Okay.
But I would rather go and either buy it in person somewhere or borrow
Right.
it.
Oh yeah.
Valid volumes are very hard to find
Mm-hmm.
because, depending on where you go, or I think I think there's a way a comic book store can actually try to get them in, maybe.
If their distributor still has them in stock.
Okay.
However, go to give me a second, I'll give you the website.
Comic Locator.
No.
Okay, this is something else. All right.
mycomicshop.com. Yes, it's an online retailer. So if you're able to find it at your local comic book shops, go there first. But mycomicshop.com does tend to have a bunch of past issues, old issues. I mean, we're talking 1970s as well and older.
Or we could always, Ryan, if you ever want to go to Florence, we could always check out Comics to Games.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think they have previous ones.
They
I
had
think
a couple the last time we were there, but they didn't have like the full-on collection.
Okay. Yeah, Ryan, just let me know if you want to borrow it. But yep, Rick, that's your topic for this evening. And
Yep. And again, support your local comic book shops, support the small businesses, and if you can't find it at the comic book shops first, then there is the online retailer, which my comic book shop has actually purchased from in order to get me certain variants. So yeah.
So now we got some Ranger Stop and PopCon 2025 news, guys, which includes 2 guest announcements and a little bit of, passes and everything. So early bird special for kids. I guess it is going to cost some money for VIP. It's going to be 50% off for this. Offers and on December 31st, which is New Year's Eve. Guys, if you want to make sure, if you want to include your kids to go with this, definitely jump on this because this will be a perfect Christmas gift for your kids if they like Power Rangers. So don't miss out on your chance to do that. There is a direct link in the description for the website. It'll lead you to the you just got to look through for tickets and everything. That's why I put the direct website because all that's in there. So you'll be good to go for that. Now, I think we're doing. Yep. So
I do like that image of the Red Ranger Dragon Shield that they have there with that cool looking sword.
Mm-hmm. So here is a guest that is going to be there. Paul Schreier, Bulkmeyer himself. Falkus Bulkmeyer himself. And also you guys might know him as Jack D. Thomas from Hyperforce. He will be there that weekend. So like I said, you can't have Skull without Bulk. You know, you got to have the terrible
not to cut you off. I mean, I know it's not really him, but technically you could. They had him in Megaforce, not Megaforce, Samurai.
Yeah,
that's true.
It wasn't Skull; it was his son.
True, but we don't know where Spike is. Oh man, I mean, it'd be cool to see Felix Ryan come back to conventions. I mean, but yeah. So yeah, and now we have some artist tables. Okay, so guys, early bird passes for vendors. $50 off for vendor booths and $25 off for artist tables. They do have the option for that. You just have to go to their website. It ends the 30th New Year's Eve. So guys, don't miss out on that offer. If you guys are vendors or an artist, there's your opportunity to reserve to pay for your spot
at a discounted rate.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not by much, but hey, it's a discount.
It's better than nothing.
I don't know what the actual tables cost, so it could be a really good deal.
Yeah. So also, they're doing this thing where you can be included on this, have your company advertised on the back of a bag. I don't know if this is the bag they use for Ranger Stop and PopCon, but I think it is because you can be sponsored on there and they give
RSP Comic Con bags. Yeah.
Yep. So that's So
that's that little free bag that they give you.
So yeah, you can have. This is just some examples on there. It's $250 each
per spot. That is
per spot. Yeah,
not per bag.
Not per bag. Yeah. So if you want to get let's say if me and Rick want to get LR4 represented on there,
we would pay $250.
Mm-hmm. It'd have to be a really good logo.
Now the question is, do you have to be a vendor of the convention to have your company advertised?
I don't believe so. You'd have to look into that, but I think that it would be just an honor to be on there. That'd be an honor. It'd be a big honor.
That would be. Ooh.
But right now, only
18
spaces available, guys. So
yeah,
once they have their spaces already covered, then that's it. Unfortunately, but get those as much as get your spot put on the bag, your logo put on the bag, your company, because it's something you don't want to miss out on. It's always an honor to be, represented for that kind of stuff. Now, another guest, Catherine Sutherland. I mean, of course, you cannot Catherine is, she's awesome. I've met her plenty of times. It's so great to talk to her. So yeah, but guys, like we've said, this is going to be the final Ranger Stop and PopCon. Don't miss out on this. There is still a Ranger Stop happening next year, but we don't know if that's going to be the last one either. So guys, we're not saying Ranger Stop is going to end. Ranger Stop and PopCon is ending right now. Is ending. Ranger Stop is still happening next year. But guys, if you don't want to miss out on your opportunity to go to Ranger Stop and PopCon, if you haven't had a chance to go to it, this is your opportunity. Don't miss out. Because they only have, unless if they start moving other celebrities to Ranger Stop, this is as good as you're going to get for other type of guests. Because they have had special anime guests at Ranger Stop, but this is one of the biggest things where they put Power Rangers and other celebrities in there too. So don't miss out on this. Rick and I are going to try to attempt to do this next year because I want to. Because just finding out this is the final one, I'm like, this is crazy. But you know what? I don't want to miss out on this. And I think Rick. Rick, what do you think, man?
I mean, if it's in the cards, it's in the cards.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I do plan on trying to, because I got a job now, so I can actually. And then it's just between me and him to do this. Ryan, if you were,
Ryan wants to join.
Yeah, Ryan.
If I had the money.
Exactly. I was about to say. Ryan, dude, if you want to join us, man, hey, there's always a food
money
con.
for half the stuff we do.
Yeah.
I just get forced.
Yeah. Just remember, you'll probably have to sleep on a cot or a freaking.
I wouldn't care about that.
Or you'd have to get a pull-out couch.
I wouldn't care about that either.
I can tell you right now, I am just okay. We're not going to go into that, but guys, don't miss out on your chance on this.
He only shares bed with one person, and she's not on here.
Shut up! Don't no. La la la. No 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 no. Anyway, so guys, direct link in the description. Also, the ticket site for PMC 2026 is also in the direct link. Also has a direct link in the description. So, guys, make sure you do all this so you guys don't miss your opportunity to go to Ranger Stop and PopCon and also be set for PMC. That's just hoping to hear back. We do have some good news, but Kim did tell me that she did get a response to an email she sent that day. They're going to be sending out a questionnaire sometime next week, or the week after. So that's their plan. So once Kim, once she gets that, she'll let me know. And if she gets it, then we don't get it. All I can say is email and say, we're still waiting. So, but that's for non-attendee, of course. So anyway, now the next topic, Big Pin. They've been doing these XL pins. They did the Dino Megazord. They did the Dragon Zord. And now they have the Tiger Zord. And these are limited. So guys, on the website, there is a direct link in the description, as always. This is the price is $49.99. And let me see what the limiteds are. There's only 500 units made. So guys, if you want to get this, don't miss out on your chance to get this pin. Rick, if you had the money, would you try to buy this?
I'd give it consideration.
Ryan, what about you?
It's definitely nice artwork.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I bought Christy that big pin of Stitch. Yeah, right. Rick knows what I'm talking about. I saw that Ranger stop last year, and I'm like, and I literally messaged Ryan right away. I'm like, does she have this?
Yeah, because I remember you bought it because you wanted to stop over just to give it to her in person.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I bought it. I'm giving it to her in person. So, yeah. So guys, don't miss out on your chance of this. Now, this was just recently added to our topic list because this came from Jinsaku. He found this on Tubi. And I don't know if you guys watched this yet.
I was watching it earlier. Yeah.
So if you guys didn't get your Power Ranger fix, well, there is this Power Rangers independent film.
From 2017.
Mm-hmm. And it's called MMPR The Last Ranger. Parody 7.
Why do they call Parody 7? I will never know.
Either do I. But
well, I don't get why it's Parody 7 when, it should be Parody 1. There's not 6 more before it.
Yeah, that's me.
And Parody 8 never came out.
I don't know if that's a blessing in disguise or what, because I was kind of intrigued to see how they were going to end it.
I gotta say, at first, I was kind of worried. Now, I know Tubi would never put this kind of stuff on there.
It's an original.
But it's also on Amazon Prime, apparently, too. Amazon, you can watch it. But
why pay?
I thought to myself when I watched. So when I watch this, I'm not going to give anything away, any spoilers or anything.
Why not?
But because I want people to see it for themselves and judge.
Yeah, I mean,
hold on a sec, Rick. I got to get this out.
The Iron Man scene was my favorite. If you know what I'm talking about.
I've got to say, this had a good story. Was it very good quality? No. This and this is why. I'm not saying I did not like the. I'm not saying I disliked the suit design. It looked awesome.
That actually looked really good.
Yeah.
And then, I like the concept what they did with Alpha 6.
Looks janky as shit, but yeah.
But, Goldar wasn't too bad. He could have been a little bit better. But
Goldar looks like my figure design of Goldar for Soul Calibur.
Yes.
I've got to say.
Or an RPG of any type.
Was this amazing? No, it was not. But it was a good story. And I can tell you this. There are 2 people you will recognize. I'm going to go ahead and tell you for this part. Candace. I can't pronounce her last name, but the actress that played the mother from Masked Rider played Trini Kwan. And then a Ranger cameo of a Ranger from the show, Alan Palmer as Corcus. That was him. That was Corcus during that scene where he shows up in a hologram.
Yeah.
Communication.
That was the actual actor?
That was the actual actor. I asked him, and it also credited him on there too. So, so this is words from Alan. Yes, I never saw it. So I'm kind of gonna ask him, like, I'm gonna tell him this, like, well, if you have Tubi, there you go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm gonna say this right now. I thought it was a porno. I almost thought it was a porno. Just the way it looked.
I mean, I can understand that. The name cries it.
That's what I was worried about when I was going into this. Because here I am, I'm like this.
But
I'm
it's
like,
on
okay,
Tubi.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was
Just the background scenes set it up a lot too.
It was
The
good.
thing is,
It was good, but it wasn't great. I enjoyed the story. Go on. Sorry.
in the beginning, like when they're walking around, it seemed like they were on like a stage with a green screen.
Well, that's what
And
it was.
it felt
Yeah.
like I was watching King Oger.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the background was amazingly detailed, but the insertion
I just had a feeling
could
that they were,
have been done better. But then again, this is a fan-made project and not a studio production.
I've got to say though,
You could
Oh.
tell that the actors couldn't see the background. And
And
the
it was-
fighting reminded me of the 2002-2003 live-action Sailor Moon series.
and I gotta say, I honestly during those scenes, I thought that one of the characters was going to get it on right then and there. Just the way, the look of it. That's what my. Now, Ryan, what did you think of this? I mean, we're not going to give it a rate. There's no rate here. I just want to
Why
know. what
not?
did
You want us to review it? Why can't we rate it?
Okay, let's rate it. Let's rate it. Ryan,
3.
Rick.
It's a difficult one to give a rating to. Acting in it, probably a good solid 6.
2.
Detail in terms of when it was green screen, the green screen itself was probably a 9. The fight scenes are
Oh my
4 to
god!
5.
I forgot about those.
but
Totally forgot about
the
those.
storyline is probably around a 7. Now
That's-
that rating could go up, except for the way they ended it.
Mhm.
Yes.
But we're not going to get into details of that, guys. We want you to watch it to understand why we say that. I want to go with Rick on the 7 part because the story was good.
The story was
It was a
okay.
good concept
Yeah.
for the story. It was just so strange. Just the feeling of it. Because I was worried that we were going to see, just
Nate literally watched it hoping.
I did not hope for that.
Hoping.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it.
No,
up
you didn't even let
living
me
room.
finish.
Okay, go on.
Nate was watching it, literally hoping the entire time it wouldn't turn into a porn parody.
Yeah, I was hoping not.
But
Yeah,
he
no.
was expecting it at every turn.
Because I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, okay, there's this can't be just. And then it's just that I liked it, but it was just strange. It was
Yeah.
very misleading.
There were call outs to other Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there were.
and although the one guy wasn't supposed to be the counterpart in the, but he had the same name.
I'm trying to think.
Let's just say it would have been interesting to see him with a condor.
Oh, Damien. Okay.
Try not to give the name.
Okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
If you guys don't realize, if you guys don't understand that, watch it. You'll get it. You'll get the whole situation.
Yeah, the moment I heard the name, I'm like, what's he doing here?
It's very funny. Also, let's not forget about
Maybe he
Goldar.
could have been that version of that character.
Let's not forget about Goldar, though.
Oh
His name's not Goldar.
no! He gave his entire history. Goldar never loses, except that Goldar lost in
many times.
yeah.
But the putties were pretty cool
Even
looking.
the backstory he gives proves his comment of never loses is a lie.
You lie. But
Like
anyway,
he's like, I never
7.
lose. Here's my backstory that proves I just lied to you.
Rick was like he was a 7, a little bit here and there, and then Ryan 3.
Mhm.
Guys, watch as you will. I mean,
My favorite part had to be I'm sorry I'm going to ruin a spoiler part was
okay.
When Jason finally morphs and he's like shoot at him or whatever, and he does the Iron Man thing where he's
Okay,
targeting
yeah,
people,
yeah. Okay, I was
and they
wondering what you were
shoot
talking
him
about.
and it reflects off and just kills the guy right next to him. Like the bullet just
Okay.
bounces off. And
All right, I
kills
was
him already.
thinking about what
Like,
you meant by that. I thought
yeah, that was probably my favorite part, just because he just like shoot him and just boom, and just kills the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there were so many cringy parts in this movie, but the thing is, it was funny. I mean, that's why I enjoyed it, because it was funny, because it wasn't taking itself seriously. Try to take itself
That's why
seriously.
I didn't want to just give it one rating.
I mean,
I will agree with the story. The story was probably pretty good. But
yeah, and I gotta say,
there are parts that deserve a higher rating than others that deserve an absolute abysmal score.
Yes.
Like,
I mean,
I don't think Rotten Tomatoes could score this movie
any lower.
No.
Oh no, at all.
Yeah, I just think
because they would watch it and just be like,
what is this?
Yeah. And it's funny that came out in 2017.
Wonder
It
if
didn't really give a specific date when it came out. What date? So did it come out before the Mighty Morphin Saban's Power Rangers, or after? So
yeah, that we don't know.
But anyway, that was just I wanted to bring this to that's why I told you guys got to watch it, because we're going to be discussing it.
Yeah.
Originally, I wasn't gonna rate it, but you know what? I'm glad Ryan said something. You know what? We might as well, since we already talked about a little bit about it. But
yeah,
but I'll tell you right now, guys, you got to watch it fully through to see what. Just it was good, but it wasn't great. But if you want to get your Power Rangers fix, for now, go watch this on Tubi. So, listen, I'm not trying to make fun of the people that made this. I'm not. They had a good idea.
It's called a parody for a reason.
Exactly.
Don't know why they have it in the name, but it's there for a reason.
But yeah, like I said, good story. I like the concept of it being dark, but not to the point where they're trying to be very dark.
It's not like that one parody.
Like that unauthorized Power / Ranger, yeah. So
that was good.
That was, a little overkill, but some parts were good. So anyway, we got one more topic, guys. Originally I was going to save this, but since it's been announced, and I brought this up to Rick before, and I'm going to show this right now. Rick, are you ready to see this?
What?
My Hero Studios.
Oh, okay.
Sword of Darkness. This could be a digital art rendering. Okay, well, right now, so if you click on that link, guys, the pre-orders are sold out right now. They're closed for now, unless they do a second run of this. But I'll leave that link in there for you guys to, if you want to put your pre-order down. Hopefully, they'll get a second run for this. But I wish this wasn't so expensive. But you got to remember the premium design and everything. Okay, so the price. This is going to gut you, Rick. $680. $680 for this. And I think Rick either froze or he literally just had a stroke or a heart attack right now just hearing the price for this.
He's on pause and on mute, screaming now.
His mind, he's thinking, but why? Why does it have to be that much? Now, right now, it's sold out. It's premium, so. But this thing is so cool looking.
For that price, that thing better slice
Killable.
and dice.
And I gotta say though, there is
I better be able to take that and just go right
I can
through
tell
a
you
tree.
right now. I can tell you right now, but there is a deposit. I mean, there was a deposit for a payment plan of $120.
Yes.
So
Bank account did not like that.
guys, this is definitely just a display item. It's not something you would mess around with.
That thing better be sharp enough to cut a tree. I have a tree that.
Oh, it's not. It's just fully metal. It's just not. It's not sharp. But
Well, they better have it sharp.
I can tell you right now, though, this is so cool looking. This would be one of those things that you would just stare through a glass case, and like look at it like.
Oh yeah.
Pretty, very pretty. And if anybody else looks at it, you would literally cover it up. No.
Oh no! If you even look in the direction of this, you forfeit your life.
But Ryan,
It's not in the metaphorical sense. I will drop you in the nearest black hole.
Ryan, what do you think of? What we've seen of My Hero Studios, all the stuff they've done. It's
I know usually metal-related weaponry or replicas of weapons, and I know this is probably because it says props or prop collectibles. I know for the most part, at least with the Renaissance Festival or any of those places, the cheaper weapons that are made of metal aren't made to impale, slice, or whatever. So like the bigger, the bigger priced weapons are meant to actually they can kill or maim or whatever. So, I mean, possibly with that price, but if it's an independent third brand company that does that, I'm sure it's because of the quality of the craftsmanship.
and probably my guess is it's probably where they're shipping it from too. I don't know where it's
I want to see someone who's bought it and reviewed it to see if they've actually used it to cut stuff.
Oh god!
Just to clarify if the price is worth it or not.
Yeah, I hope just for their sake that they're brave enough to do that, because at that point it's like, well, that's $600 down the drain.
Right. I bought a $60 sword from the Renaissance Festival. Granted, you obviously know that it's not going to be killable. I tried to cut a thing of styrofoam and did not even put a dent into it.
So, guys, if you want to get this, there is a link in there, but right now the pre-order is closed. So we'll see if they get any more in at some point. There's only one direct link to the to Tokyo Collectibles, and that's the only place you can actually get it. But anyway, with that said, guys, that's it of our episode. So let me go to Rick. We're gonna sign off here. Rick, go ahead, man.
Yeah, support your local comic book shops, support your local small businesses. Support small businesses in general. And if anyone gets one of those Swords of Darknesses and decides that they're needing to give it a new home free of charge,
Yeah.
I'm here. I doubt that'll happen, but on that off chance, I probably have a better chance of that happening than winning the lottery, but
Right.
still,
Yep.
I'm here.
Okay. Ryan.
Yeah, what Rick said. Minus the Sword of Darkness.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
the
just
device-
take care of yourselves out there.
yeah, that's a definite big thing. All right, guys, if you would mute your mics, I'm going to go ahead and do my outro as usual.
Fine.
Here we go. All right, guys, thanks for watching this episode. If you haven't watched it live, it's pre-recorded. I will let you guys know when we have another episode of LR4. Because now that I'm, working again, I'm still trying to figure out. Right now I'm off on Sundays. They told me that, but if they need me to work that Sunday, I will, let everybody know and try to figure out a time or something like that. And I'll just try to work at it. I'll just try to figure out what to do from moving forward. And I'm still working on LR4 Facebook Live interviews. So keep an eye out for that. Also, like I said, as always, make sure you guys follow us, like our Facebook page, follow us on our Facebook page, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, and follow us on Instagram. And guys, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. And it's morphin' time. Legends never die. Have a good one, guys. Later.
Toodles.
Have fun. Yeah. All right. Looks like we're going for a train ride here.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have your passes.
Otherwise, they're throwing you off the train as it moves.
Otherwise, you won't even see it.